Hey gang, welcome back to the farm down here. We're up at our house location where our house will be built eventually. You can see all the product here. I don't know when it's going to be built, but we've got bills to pay anyway in the meantime if we're going to get it built. We're down here looking at the site that I want to try and level out, because before we go to harvest this, which is probably looking at next month or the month after, is our harvest time. I forget quite when we actually did plant it. What I would like to see on this calendar is really good for telling us when we can plant and when we actually can harvest. Okay, so we can see our harvest season for wheat is July, August. We're in June 1st at the moment. We've got one more day left of this month. I would have liked to have seen when I planted. It'd be nice if there was like a little note to say, you know, September 2nd day or whatever, or October 1st day is when you planted, so expect to harvest probably July or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just, that's just be nitty picky. But so that's what we're looking, July or August, when we're going to be harvesting that. We've got a bit of work to do in the meantime to get things ready, because I want to put in a I've got a second-hand silo to buy for $10,500. We've got a bit of land to flatten down there, some trees to chop. We've got to plow out a bit of stuff. Now, speaking of plows, I've got my sights set on a new plow. And let's have a look at it. Actually, let's bring it up, because there's the new Kubotas that have come into town as well, and we want to have a quick look at that stuff as well. The plow in question that I want should be under this section. Plows is actually this bad boy that we can now pull, because we need about 180 horsepower to pull it, and we've got that. We have definitely got that, and it changes from a 6 meter. I think we're at 1.4 meters at the moment. We are at 1.4 meters, so we can go to 6 meters, and that takes plowing to next level. And I'm really considering getting that now, because we can actually this afternoon probably set Gary or Rachael off on a quick plowing job. No, cultivating. Bugger. Alright, so we could actually, that's not a bad job to get them going on, actually. Borrow the items and do that. Okay. So yeah, that's what we got today. We got a busy day. I'll show you the silo that we want to buy. The silo we want to buy is actually this one here. 10,300 with 25,000 litre capacity. Now I think I want to put it down somewhere out the back here. So I actually want to, this B area that we've extended, I actually want to flatten more of this area. If we have a look, I want to flatten more of the area down around here. Now there will be a drive in this way and around and about, but there will be an embankment here, because I don't want to lose this road down here. So we're going to have to embank that and retain it up. And get rid of these trees. We'll have to move the trailers out. I have to move that trailer anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking with that. And I think it's going to be much needed. The other option is potentially cutting out a lot of this and flattening it out. That's not a bad option. I think I will tuck it up behind here though, for the time being. We'll continue working on this area, because what we could do it actually is bring this retaining wall up and around here. We could bring it up, square it up across here and down this way, and we can have a nice big sort of flat area in here, and then we can have a nice big area up here for the house and stuff and homestead, and any future things we want to do, projects, we can build it up in here. Okay, let's set Gary and Rachael off on that job, and let's get cracking into the episode. Alright, so field 50 it is we're cultivating today, right down near the animal dealers, so all the other side of town. Look at this beautiful Vulture. I'd love to own a tractor like this. Now we will have a look at the workshop while we're here, and just see what, actually, you got yourself a bit close there, buddy. Alright, how you good there? You're good. Yeah, we will check out the... Well, we should put the weight on first, Ham. The tractors while we're here, all the new products for Kubota while we're up here at the workshop, I think. pick this up, and don't forget to lift it when you're on. Hey, there we go. Alright, so we'll just drive over here. What a cool, I love this tractor. Let's have a look inside the cabin. Oh, it's beautiful inside too. Not too over the top, just got what you need. Alright, let's just go. Come over here. Let's check out the catalog for the new stuff. Right, so I know there's a couple of small tractors. I think there's one for vine work. Here we go here. Yeah, this looks like this one here is mostly for vine work, I would assume. Vine, yeah, orchids and vineyards. And this one here, the TM700, pretty cool little tractor. Good, well, reasonably priced, 104 to 141 horsepower. You know, that's not too bad. You know, that's actually pretty good. And I like the fact that we've got some nice orange tractors. You know, just changed it up a bit. Great looking models. Okay, let's look at the medium ones. Okay. What's this? The M7 series. Now that's a serious bit of kit. Oh yeah. What's only 128 horsepower. Does it have the? It can go to 168. You can get the upgrade for that. And then we've got the M8 series, which is even better, 180 to 200 horsepower. It's got big, like Mad Max wheels on the back. I know that they're wheel weights or whatever, but this one looks quite good. Holy exhaust cage, Batman. They've even put the number plate on it. It's so big. Wowzers. Okay, fair enough. Now, I do apologise lately if you've been watching my Transport Fever 2 videos and this video, the volumes and sound has all been weird with my voice. I've moved into the new office upstairs in my place, had it all finished up, and I don't have any soundproofing or anything yet, but it is echoey in here, so I've had to readjust and refix the sound a couple of times, and it's just I can't get it to work, so I've gone back to the original just with a couple of adjustments to see how that goes for today. Okay, next one. I think there's front loaders. Yeah, here it is here. So it's the most expensive front loader. Pretty cool little thing though, isn't it? I love the Kubota sticker. That looks sick. Okay. There's a couple of skid steers, I think. Is there a wheel loader in the Kubota? No. There's skid steers here. Two of them. We've got a track one and we've got just a wheel one. I like that. I think I like this more with the tracks. That's really cool. Okay. They're expensive compared to the New Hollands, but it's cool that we've got some new varieties in there. And then I think that lastly, vehicle-wise, there's also front loader attachments and that sort of stuff that come with them as well. I think that might be under cars. Yeah, here they are here. So we've got this little buggy here, and I think with the new update, you can have passengers ride in the seats with you as well. So that's pretty cool. What are these designs? Right, okay, cool. Oh, that's actually cool. If you've got one of those massive, big, beautiful farms and you've got people coming to visit, you can all jump in. You can give them the tour around in this. That's actually cool. Oh, wow. That's a cool buggy. Yeah, okay. I think that's it for the moment. We got plenty of money we can spend also, and I'd love to, but the time being, let's go get this job sorted out. We've only got a couple of hours left in the day. I probably should have picked it up for tomorrow. And then when we get Rachael and Gary set off on this, we might be able to head back and start chopping a few trees down. And then we might actually, we have to, look, I want to get rid of our plow. And I want to buy that $8,000 one. And I know I don't need to now, because we've got a lot of things to do. We've got to buy the silo, and we've got to lease a harvester ready to go for next month. I'm hoping though with the plow, we can pick up some bigger plow jobs, and it'll be even quicker for us to do the plowing as well. And for $8,000, it's such a good offer. Right, there's the field over there. So I just did. while I was driving along, enjoying the countryside, I did think to myself, it's probably a little premature right now to be buying the plow, but that's the plow I am going to be buying. We're going to wait till after harvest season, I think, before we have to purchase anything like that. Just makes sense to do it later. We can't afford to do it now when we have to actually clear out the silo, the space for the silo, and buy it and put it in. Oh, jeez. And then we have to actually... Alright, so we have to actually lease the equipment as well. Right, so I think... Can we lower you? I've lowered the wrong one. Okay, that's better. That's also better. Okay, what I'll do is I'll get Gary and Rachel started off on this. Okay, there we go. I'll do a bit of a headland up and back. And I might actually just go straight ahead up here. Clear out this bit up here. So we'll go straight ahead. I'll do the stuff on the left. And I'll make a headland like this. A straight line would have been good, Ham. Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? Yeah, so hopefully we can get we may only get about 1,000, I think. 1,000, maybe even 2,000 if we're lucky for the trees that we sell off. So I'm not expecting too much out of that. But if we get a couple of $1,000 out of this as well, there's just a little bit extra to help us on our way. I might do a double headland at each end. Pretty painless, quick job this will be. It won't be too hard, especially for the AI, once we get them started. Just want to make sure they got plenty of turnaround room. Got stuck in the wrong... Oh, we're getting a bit bogged down here. What's going on? There we go. Right, that should be good there. Maybe one more. Just a little bit extra turnaround. So my usual recordings for this weekend are going to take a little bit of a hit. I've got my dad's birthday and we're going to a winery for it. So that's generally when I do a lot of my recording on Saturday and try and knock this episode out, actually, ready for Monday. But as it is, this episode is being done a day early and coming out 2 days earlier. We don't need to do any more there, thanks, Sam. What you do need to do, though, now is do this little bit up here. Yeah, so it'll be a nice day. It'll be nice, and Dad really loves wine and cheeses and that sort of stuff. It's more like a tasting day, so I'm not going to get hammered or anything like that. But it's to test out cheeses and wines and that sort of stuff, and yeah. Maybe I'll make a couple of shorts and put it up for you guys if you want to see that. But alright, let me crack into this, get it set off, and then I'll get Gary and Rachel to take over from there. Okay, let's see how Gary or Rachel go. I don't know who's coming down to take over. But it will be very interesting to see. Right, let's lower that. Let's line it up actually better for them. And let's get it up to here and go. Looks like Rachel's in the hot seat. Good luck, Rachel. She's got the shades on. And she's off and racing. Alright, well I hope she brought a vehicle down so I can, well she's doing half of what I've just done, but that's okay. Whatever gets the job done, Rach, you just sort it out. Don't run into the old tree there. Oh gosh, I hope this hasn't stumped her. I should have given her a little bit more clearance, I think. Okay, let me fix it up. Because that was no good. The AI want to go in a straight line, basically. And if the field's a little bit crooked, and then to couple the fact that this field has a tree sticking through the actual ground. Yeah, so that doesn't make it easy for her, put it that way. Let's start her off like about here. Might be Gary. Rachel might have had enough again. Alright, let's try that. Can we get a bit of zoom into? Oh, no, hang on, mate. You let me kick you off, please. Oh, gosh. I keep mucking up here. That's what I want. There we go. Good luck, guys. That should get it looking a little bit... That should get it better. Yeah, you're not going to hit the tree this time. But you are going to run straight down to that corner, which is kind of weird. I hope I've done over on the far side enough. I think there's going to be gaps, but I might have just given enough headland to sort that out. Alright, I'll see you back at the farm. Hello, chickens. Good job on the eggs. Looking good. And you guys are good for food as well. Don't worry. There'll be plenty of food coming your guys' way very, very soon. That is for sure. I think water-wise we're doing alright for water as well. Okay. We're going to have to get the old chainsaw out, I think. And we're just going to have to choppity-chop. Now, maybe I should move the trailers and stuff now. We can move them later. But I think we're going to have to take the bales off the back of that trailer because I want to actually load the timber up on that one. I don't want to load the timber up on the small one. But one thing's for sure, this one is definitely going. So we're going to cut him first. Where are we going to cut you? Like there, is that... Timber! I'm glad you fell that way and not towards the actual shed or the trailers. Right, this is a big one, this one. We're going to have to cut you off, I think, probably about... There. There. They're like separate little trees in themselves. Can we grab you? Yep. Pull you out up onto the road over here so we can see what's going on. I think we had another one up here the other day when I said, yeah, there's another one just sitting here. So we might drag him out as well and just clear the land a little bit. We don't want to have a mess everywhere. Can we drag this with that one there? Can we drag you out, please? Yes, good. It takes me back to when Mum would always drag me out the back, and my mother, absolutely, if she said we gotta trim trees today, there'd be no tree left standing except for just the actual stump itself. So she was definitely tree. She loved trimming trees, put it that way. And I would just spend all day dragging them up and down the side of the house, out the front or to the trailer or whatever. Alright, just be careful here. Don't get hit. Alright, I'll take that one as well. A lot of not nice straight big pine trees, these ones. There's a lot of work involved because they've got such scraggly branches on them. Alright, so I'll get all these cut up anyway. And I'll bring you back once I've got it all loaded, and we're probably going to head down and take them down. Oh yeah, that's a big one. Down to get sold. I might employ a bit of fast forward and a bit of jumping here and there to get it done, and then we can get into getting the ground sorted out, I think, after that. just got to run up it just to give it a trim. There's so many bushes in the way, it makes it so hard to see what's going on. Let me pick you up there, buddy. Okay. Yep, alright, let's get into it. Alright, so we're just over here at the field. It says that the AI, I think it was Rachael or Gary, I forget which one it was now, has finished their task. Well, let's just check the, let's just check what's going on here. Okay, so we're over here with Gary and or Rachael. I forget which one it is that did the task. We've still got almost 21,000 in the bank, so it didn't cost too much. The field looks pretty well plowed. So let's hand that job in. Completed. Perfect. Collect. Okay. Takes us up to 22.8. Pretty painless when we don't have to do much of the work. We can just send a worker off to do it. There are plenty of baling jobs, as I said. Like, it's so lucrative, and we could do with the cash. But it is what it is. Right, well, you can see there on the right hand side there's still a pile of that tree to go. I just couldn't get it all in board because it's such an awkward tree. Holy moly, this thing is loud. Yeah, because I couldn't quite squeeze it all in, we're going to have to do a couple of trips anyway, and I think we're about to lose a log out the back, are we? I'll try and drive as gently down there as I can. But we've probably got a couple of more trees to go, and then we can start leveling out and putting a silo in. It might just loosely fall around and... There we go. Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not like having those big pine trees. We'll drive like this view, I think. How are we looking at the back? Can't quite see in that mirror, I need to adjust it. We've got a bit of a dangler out one side, but yeah, because it's not like I long for the day I can just cut nice straight pine trees in this game, because these seem to have a weird physics to them. They seem to have like a magnetic push when you put like a smaller branch next to a bigger log. It seems to have the same metaphysical body, if you know what I mean. Like it's like a branch can be the same size as the tree trunk, and therefore it seems to have this magnetic push or pull when you're trying to load, so it makes it really awkward and really hard, which I've been finding. Regardless though, we'll get this load down there and get it sold, because this will probably be the most awkward part of it. The next tree that we cut down is a bit smaller and a bit skinnier, and I don't know if we need to cut down any others. We've got to take a bit of a wider line through here. We don't want to be knocking down street signs. some clown keeps getting around this town, knocking down street signs, and the taxpayers have to keep paying to get them put back up. I suppose the other question is, I don't know if we're going to be able to sell from this trailer. Definitely the last time we came down here though was in the little ute with the little blue trailer, so this is a much different contrast to the last time we came down here. Love to see it. Alright, indicating to turn in. Bit of brake action. Gently as she goes. Alright, let's see if we can just sell it straight from there. Hey, 4,300, and that's not even the whole tree. Well, this silo is going to pay for itself. Oh, the old turnaround radius not so good. Alright, well I'll get back and load up. Cut down the next tree, load up, and we'll start getting the level, the land leveled. As you can see, there's a full tree down in here, full-blown tree, guys. And what happens, I did it in 2 loads. I brought this one down before, I cut it down and just slotted it in the back and hung it out the back. And it was a little bushy, but it wasn't too bad. It didn't overhang too much. It was like, if you could imagine, bring a big Christmas tree home in the back of a big trailer. That's kind of what it was like. But let's sell it off now, it's quite funny. Right, so that one's gone. Only 86 bucks for that, probably because it's had so much debris on it. The rest of it though, let's just back in here. Is the rest of the load. Actually, we might swing around the other way while we're in this situation. Okay. I don't expect we'll get too much for that. It's quite funny that that one tree was only $86 though for all that effort. It had to go though, that's the thing. It was in the way. Okay, and another 3,600 there. That'll be that big oaky looking tree. Can we get in, thanks? Yeah, so another 3,600 there. So that takes us up to 30,000. Not a bad day's work. Bit of a cultivating job, and remove a few trees ready for our next part of land, and we're all good. Let's get back home now so we can start working out that territory. The other good thing is leveling in that ground area might give us a little bit more room to park trailers in and around. But yes, definitely the main focus is so that we can get the grain silo in. Sorry, just looking at my keyboard rather than the road ahead. Yeah, the main focus I think is going to be to get that grain silo in, so we've got grain in abundance for the chickens, so we don't have to worry so much, which might enable us to plant a bit of a different crop in the off season. We can do maybe grain every second year. Depending though, if we increase our chicken capacity like I want to do, we may end up using that field just for the grain production each year. I mean, whatever we have left over, we can sell off anyway. It's no big drama. One thing I want to look at doing is buying that big field next to us or just opposite us. It's about $140,000 worth, but I want to make that my big grass field silage, so we eventually, when we can get some animals, whee, tight turn, we can yeah, we can feed them their grass, and we can make silage eventually for cows, cattle, that sort of stuff. But by then I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot bigger farm area. So this is the field just down here that's worth about $140,000. And that's one I wanna buy sooner rather than later. So that's definitely on the card. So I'm looking for when that might come down in a bit of price. I'm just gonna park this tractor just down here for the moment anyway, while we do this. Alright, thank you very much, Fiat. Okay. I probably should move these trailers actually. Let's get the Zetor. Oh, she purrs like a little kitten, doesn't she? The old Zetor. We'll just move a couple of these, the baler and the water tanker out of the way. And then we can get started on the actual... I might have to move the Kasha as well. It probably can stay there, but might have to move it regardless. Alright, you can... Oh, there's still some water on board. Okay. We might swing around and fill it up. Chat for old mate's grass field. We don't want to ruin it too much. Lovely. Back to full, and we've still got water on board in here. Now, don't run over my wheat. Can we squeeze up in here? The bucket gets a little shove. That's okay. Good job, Zetor. Becomes a little farmhand, the Zetor, doesn't it now, when you think about it? We buy the big Fiat as the big workhorse, and then the Zetor becomes a little, just a little farmhand. Okay, we can just sort of back this down this way. Not too bad. Alright, and then we can turn you off. And it's time. I wonder if we should have plowed that first, but the leveling's going to take care of it pretty much. Alright, let's go. Let's give it a go. This is going to be interesting. I don't know how this is going to go. Okay, we want this one construction, please. Right. So this is the area we've given ourselves to play with in here. We're going to come level off this one, so we want... It's going to cost us a little bit too. So luckily we did all those jobs. That is the level button. Okay. Stick with that side. And we want to leave a bit of an embankment here, remember? I can always repaint stuff later, that's no drama. So leaving, make sure we got a bit of an embankment through here. Come on, is there some log in the way or something? No, come on, that's it. Give us a good bit of movement. We don't want to lose too much. Quicker way to do this would be to plonk like some sort of mini shed. But we'll just be careful as we go. Coming to about here, I think. Okay, give me a bit of size now. Do we have a bit of strength as well? Yeah, I don't know. We're losing a little bit of money, but that's okay. We made it today for good reason. Now we've got a bit of a funny thing there. I think that's because of an offcut. Okay. Throw that down here. Okay, back to our leveling. Oh, whoa, that's a bit much. Hey, that's got that. That's better. Okay, let's come up as far as we sort of... Where's our wall go to? About there. Okay, so that's our area right there. Is that because of that tree, or is that because of something else in here that's potentially blocking what we're trying to do? I think there's something there. There might be a stump. Go and check it out. I can't see kind of what's going on in here. Let's see if we can put something down to level that out. Okay, we might give me a little shed or something. That might flatten it. Something fairly cheap and not that big. Maybe this will work. Actually, the greenhouses work really well. Production. Greenhouses, this is it. Okay, let's give me the greenhouse for a sec. We might be able to do a bit of flattening with it. Oi, that's... Definitely got that. Okay. And we've still got this little chungus right here. Wow, that really flattened a lot of area. Give me a little bit more then. Oh yeah, that's better. Sometimes you got to flatten the way you got to flatten. Okay. Hey. So, okay. Okay. That's all I want to do there. That's all I wanted. That is actually perfect. It's taken it up to about here. We can clear some of this out now. Let's get a bit of painting going on. So I want to gravel this whole area. What do we got? That's cobblestone. We don't want cobblestone. I just want gravel. Okay, gravel might be a touch cheaper. Okay, give me that. Okay, leave a little bit of grass, like there's paths and stuff there. You want to fix up that little bit of, yeah, I do actually. And then is it, what is the button for change the brush shape? V. Okay, that's a bit better. I'll retain all this up though in here. Do I want to take out a little bit of that? No, actually I want to keep that, that nice cut in there. Okay, I don't mind it being a little bit like that. I kind of would like to take that out a little bit. Can we just smooth that down maybe? We're back down to 22,000 by the way. That was always going to happen. That's fine. All that money that we used to chop the trees down has paid for this. Okay. Sculpting. Just give me a touch of smooth. Yeah, it's not really working though, is it? No. I'll retain that up, make it look a bit better. Do you want to get rid of that shrubbery? Maybe just a little bit if we can. It's just a little much when it comes to that. Okay, and then I'll fix that up later with a little bit of plant work and trees and rocks. I'll get the retaining rocks in here later. Right, time to buy our silo now. It's going to be a little bit harder to get in here and turn around, but we might just use it as a backup point. It's not a big silo. So it is this one here. But what we actually need is to have the room to be able to do what we need. And I'm thinking actually it might be better off like... It just needs to be a point where we can back up and drop off and fill up. It doesn't need to be big or huge or anything. And later on we can probably replace it with a better one. Now this one takes an auger attachment. I'm just trying to remember which way it comes out. I think maybe we should put it this way. And that way we can back down here. Am I going to chop out too much ground if I put it there? That's okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, and then gravel that back up. Okay. Lovely. So now that enables us to, you can see here, so this is how this works. That's not a bad little silo actually. Oh, that needs a lot of retaining work, but that's okay, I'll get into that. Down to $12,000, we've got plenty of money still left over for when we have to do leasings and that sort of stuff. Plenty of room back here, we could put some more bees in now. Or another greenhouse. Tasty, tasty. But basically, when you want to, okay, so when you're tipping and you want to fill up, you come around here. And you just click on that, and there is your drop-off point, right? So that's where that enables you to drop off in here. So we can back up from that way and dump it in. And then when we want to pick up, we want to take grain out of it, we can come around this side, and there's our auger there, and we just back up there and fill up. All right. Good little mod. Any of the mods that I use in this are in the comments section below, so guys, check those out if you want to use that. I update them episode by episode as I use them, so it's ever growing and ever growing, basically, that list. But yeah, I'll get into tidying this up. I'll probably do more of this work, this retaining work here, following around this side, and I'll get that all looking a bit better. But that's been it for today. Thanks for joining me. We're ever expanding, aren't we? We're ready though for our harvest of our wheat that we're going to store a lot of that wheat in here, or that grain anyway, for the chickens. Okay, I think there's another pallet that spawned over here too. Chickens, have you got more grain over here? I mean, more eggs? Go up the back path. Yes, they do. Look at that, and even more eggs. Cool. I've been Van Ham. Thanks for joining me down on the farm today. We got a little bit done, and basically we got all this landscaping done for free because the trees paid for it. Happy with that. Yeah, that tree's definitely gonna have to be retained in, or it's gonna fall down in our area here. We've got a nice little area though to probably pull up some trailers, that sort of stuff as well, and just pack stuff away. Might even afford to put a little bit of another cover area under. We might be able to do that just by putting up some posts and a bit of a roof. I'll look at that next episode with you guys. Stay tuned for more, guys, and stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Pack this up. Bye for now.